your feelings, though, as you went on to your first movie set? Do you remember what that felt like?
I was scared to death. There's nothing that scared you any more than that camera, you know, the first time, well, for the first 3 or 4 movies, you know, till you finally got used to it. But of course you had a lot of people around helping you, you know, to calm you down, to make you feel at home and this and that, to joke with you, to break the tension and all that. But it was rough, no doubt about it.
I would imagine it would be pretty awesome, too. They shot on these huge sound stages, so many people around.
Yeah. And then on locations, you know, a horse will sense when you're nervous, you know. And of course, me being nervous made my horse nervous. You know, so.
Now, you did Stage Door Canteen, and
Yes,
that led to...
I went into the Armed Forces after that, and I came back from there. Then I went back over to Republic, and of course, I'd lost a lot of weight. I weighed about 130, 40 pounds. They said, well, when you put on some weight, come back and see us. And then I went over to see Frank Berzegi, the one who directed Stage Door Canteen. He was Academy Award director. He said, Michael Curtiz, which is another Academy Award director, is doing a movie at Warner Brothers called Janie. He said, go over and see him. I went over and read for him, and I got the job, and I was on that picture quite a while. And after that, it was in the news, you know, and all. And Republic said, isn't that long-legged cowboy? We had an option on him. I said, yeah, so we better pull him in. So they pulled me in and put me in with Smiley Burnett. Old Frog, that was Gene's first comic.
I wish Joe was here, because Joe grew up with them more so than I have, and I apologize for that, and I will have a lot of apologizing to do to Joe Penner. I just want to ask you, though, that's 2 different directions, though, that your career could have gone in. One more of the, well, one's the cowboy movie, and you could have gone in more into, I guess, the straight acting
Yeah,
roles.
I could have went into straight,
How did you feel about making that transition?
Well, I felt more at home, actually, in the Westerns. That was my first love, I mean, being a cowboy and everything, and I guess it showed. But I had to be pretty good in the other field, or I couldn't have worked for 2 Academy Award directors, you know, so it was a choice to make, and I took the Westerns.
Well, then you came on with Republic at a time when Roy Rogers' star was very much on the rise.
Yeah, Roy had been there 3 or 4 years, I guess, when I came there, you know.
You worked with him?
Well, I didn't work with him, except one movie. We all worked together. We were all on the same lot. At the time I was there was Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, Don Redbury, Alan Rocky Lane, Bob Livingston, Wild Bill Elliott, Monty Hale. It could go on for miles.
Can you share just, if we have some photographs here of some of these people, can you share just some impressions of the people that you had at the time? Roy Rogers, of course.
Oh, that looks like Monty Hale there, isn't it?
And we think that's Roy Rogers in Trigger. Could we be mistaken?
And the light's hitting the right square in the eyes.
Better not be wrong.
I couldn't be wrong. No, it is Roy and Trigger, I guess, yeah.
Lovely lady. Positive living person, it seems to me.
There's Gene there, Gene Autry. He was at Republic. I guess Gene is one of the wealthiest men in America today, you know, from starting out from his movies. There's Tex Ritter. Tex was a great guy.
Of course,
he's always loved to play jokes.
And his son certainly inherited that ability.
I wish Tex would have lived long enough to have seen that, you know.
You know, he was so, I did a show once at the Grand Ole Opry, and Tex Ritter's name was just beloved there.
Yeah, he was a wonderful guy. Everybody loved Tex.
We have a little bit of a clip here that we want to show from the Bells of Rosarita, and this is, can you just kind of set the plot a little bit? What was this one about?
Well, this movie, Roy Rogers he got in trouble, you know, it was making a movie and he got in trouble, so he called all the cowboys in to help him catch all the bad guys. And I was doing a movie at Republic at the time. I was doing Santa Fe Saddle Mates. And so he calls me, and I said, yeah, I'll be on out and bring my horse out and help you catch the bad guys. And he calls Bob Livingston, he calls Bill Elliott, and Don Redbury, and all the guys. So we all went out to help him round up the bad guys in the Bells of Rosarita.
Well, here we have the scene from the Bells of Rosarita where Roy Rogers calls on his friends.
Hello, operator. Could you get me the Republic Studios in North Hollywood, please?
Republic. Oh, hello, Roy. Fine, thank you. Yes, they're all here except John Wayne. Yes, Don Barry's here. He's on stage 10. I can't ring there now. Oh, sure. Hold on, and I'll send a messenger.
All right, Don, let's try a rehearsal and start it from that line. There's nothing more I can say.
You want me to get a little sacco?
Yeah, a little more tempo, please.
Okay.
All right, I think we can shoot it now.
Can I talk to Mr. Berry, please?
What, at a time like this?
Mr. Berry, Roy Rogers is on the phone. He's calling long distance.
Roy Rogers?
Don!
Be right with you, Eddie.
Hello, on that long distance call. Don Berry is ready.
Hello? Yeah, how are you, Roy? Sure, what's up? Well, I got a couple more scenes, then I'm going to leave on my vacation. Uh-huh. Sure, I'd be glad to. All right, I'll get there as quick as I can.
Hold it, Ferguson. Cut! Okay, boys, right over here.
Oh, Sunset, telephone. It's Roy.
Roy Rogers?
Yeah, right over here.
I think that he would,
Roy Rogers called. Everybody listened.
Everybody listen.
Sunset, was there a feeling of camaraderie among the cowboys, the movie cowboys there?
No.
No,
No,
not
they were
really?
all friends. Each one helped each other.
Camaraderie as opposed to rivalry. They were close.
Close, very close, yeah.
I was wondering about that because I know in other movie studios, things you read, there was a
Well,
intense
nowadays it's
competition.
different. Nowadays it's different, but in those days, when I was on a set and I had an hour or something break or something before I went back, or I walked over and visited Roy on his set, or Gene Autry, or Don Berry, you know. I mean, it was just that way all through the lot. We're all brothers, you know.
Sunset, what do you think about the Westerns, and really, except for, there have been some new Westerns out, Silverado and so forth, but it's been a long kind of bare stretch there without much going on.
Well, the Westerns nowadays would cost quite a bit of money to make, you know, and so the producer would rather stick to something they could shoot inside one set or two sets like that. It would cost them less money. They'd make more money on it. So as long as they can keep the public fooled that way, that's the way they're going to go.
What were we looking for in Six Gun Heroes 3? Can you give us just a little idea?
In Six Gun Heroes 3, we're going in and we're doing the stories on the leading ladies and the stunt men and so on and so forth, and the people behind the scenes that help make the pictures.
Terrific. And when will that premiere?
It should be out about the last of September, on the last of September, the third season of it.
And again, we'll look for Six Gun Heroes Series 3 coming up on Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. And Sunset, it's been a pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you very much, Jean. It's been wonderful to see you.
And I
on
will
your
give
show.
your regards to Joe Penner, whom I still have apologies for.
My best to you, Joe.